Every once in a while in Fulton, you might see a familiar face. At the grocery store, walking a trail, or ordering at McDonald's.
Good.
Folks in Fulton may be used to seeing Lee Gordon, but many others in the area may wonder just what's become of the now retired broadcaster who was a vital part of KRCG on air and off for 53 years. Veteran viewers know him for the weather, as Santa Claus, even a Dracula-type character hosting old horror movies.
Good evening, and welcome again to my humble dwelling.
In 1990, Lee and I co-hosted an anniversary show when the station turned 35.
The television station first went on the air, as you said, 35 years ago tonight. It signed on at 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, February 13th.
Well, that was 23 years ago. Now it's 2013, and Lee and I are still here together. Of course, Lee is retired, and I have to say personally, Lee, that when you retired, I thought it was going to be a tough time for you because the TV station was so much a part of your life.
Well, Dick, you know, I thought so too. After all, I had been here for, 53 years? That's a long, long time. And I thought I was really going to have a rough time breaking away and adapting to a new situation. Easiest thing I ever did.
There are no pictures of Lee's first day at work. He was a part-timer who in a couple of months was a full-time announcer and weathercaster. He also became program director, eventually station manager. None of it really planned.
That wasn't what I planned to do initially, but it just worked out that way. After all, I grew up in this community. My family has grown up in this community, and it just worked out that it was just the thing for me to do.
So what does Lee Gordon do in retirement?
You know, some days I don't do much of anything. Some days we get out, maybe do a little day trip here and there and that sort of thing. But we're pretty much home, folks. One thing my wife and I really enjoy doing is walking on the Stinson Creek Trail. There's some very nice spots. Well, for example, there's a covered bridge. This bridge initially started out as sort of a bridge for traffic, but when they opened up the trail, they closed the bridge to traffic, put the cover over it, and it's very attractive. All in all, it's a nice trail that we enjoy walking. We do it in halfway decent weather, at least. We do it maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
When Lee reached his 50th anniversary at work, they held a public picnic for him. But he wasn't done. He went another 3 years before retiring. Yes, it's true that Lee's been retired for nearly 5 years now, but it's also obvious that he just can't get away from TV 13. And we still see him at KRCG, occasionally dropping in to visit, or in this case, to record a commercial for an upcoming station-sponsored trip. Lee and wife Elaine are naturals as hosts, and some of their fellow travelers have become friends.
One group that we went with a few years back, we get together maybe 3-4 times a year for lunch. And one thing I've enjoyed doing too with them is some of these folks, they come over to Fulton, and I take them through the Churchill Memorial in Fulton.
Mr. Fulton Ambassador. Actually, Lee Gordon is something of a KRCG ambassador, a Central Missouri ambassador, and he's enjoying himself more than he'd imagined.
Life is great in retirement. I didn't realize how much fun it was going to be, and you don't have to do an awful lot of stuff to enjoy yourself.
Lee's retirement expectations may have seemed a bit cloudy at first. Now the outlook is definitely sunny. Dick Preston, KRCG 13 News.